11 minutes. 2,806 words. Anti-corruption. U.S. authorities provide details about the confiscation of $63 million mansion belonging to Serge-era oligarch. Armenian and U.S. authorities cooperated to organize the forfeiture of the LA mansion earlier. Based on U.S. DOJ report, Gagik Sarukyan's business associate Cedric Arustamian signed a fake $7 million financial loan transaction with the sons of IRS chief Gagik Khachatryan. By the way, one of Khachatryan's sons implicated in this case was the head of UCOMISP. In 2020, the Armenian authorities launched a criminal case against him. Amid internal turmoil around various disagreements, UCOM co-founder Usayan left UCOM and founded Team ISP. Sarukyan's associate Arustamian signed another similar fake loan with Khachatryan's in 2011. Khachatryan's son in taxes, while Multi-Gas and Multi-Leon evaded $20 million. Gagik Khachatryan, father, ex-IRS boss, walked free pending trial after an unknown source posted a $3 million bail. His son Gurgen Khachatryan, UCOM guy, has been on the run. Sarukyan's associate Arustamian posted a $100,000 bail. US DOJ. Our civil forfeiture system allows us to launch a process and attempt to recover the assets. Armenia can receive part of the recovered resources. We have to wait for the court proceedings to finish. Khachatryan's lawyer said his client is innocent. The drama doesn't end there. Apparently now there is a lawsuit between Khachatryan's and Sarukyan associate Arustamian, the two suspects. USAID will invest $120 million in Armenia to strengthen democracy and economy. $69 million for democratic reforms and $51 million for the economy. The agreement to receive the grant will be signed soon. Report. Considering the COVID war and the fair elections of 2021, the U.S. has agreed to aid Armenia to achieve effective and transparent management, strengthen democratic achievements, and overcome economic challenges. Should the school be 10 or 12 years? Citing studies, the ministry recently complained that the school curriculum is very inefficient and students basically waste a few years. They could study the same in a short period. Education Ministry. We are often urged by parents and students to switch back to a 10-year system. But the solution is not to cut the years. In the modern world, continuous education is necessary. The solution is to reform the content of education. We need an outcome-based education with the student at the center. Vocational orientation clubs are being experimented in Armenian schools. The results of the experiment will be available this week. We will make these clubs mandatory in every school. It will start in the 7th grade. The clubs will allow children to learn about the available professions and what each profession will give them in the future. The students will meet members of various industries and visit businesses to develop an idea of what each profession looks like. High school students will be able to modify their class schedule to their liking. There will be a core curriculum mandated by the feds. Everything can be modified. Students will bring credits to school. For example, if you take art or sports classes elsewhere, you can use those as credit hours in school. Nor Modakumner Nuravoratun Katan. Or exanern irinkt dazentakner verknen arhestagorkaken usumnaranerik. Metanarov menk karag enk nal deprochi avag deseranarum ein anharazest ardunavitutian. Apahovman. Or me or kaberi enran. Or menk aliv senk harkni. Te enk kirkatum kirtudian to voutian. Education reforms. Armenia workforce development activity will help address the mismatch in the labor market. It's a 5-year program funded by USAID and launched by the U.S. Ambassador Tracy last year. The goal is to help women and 10,000 young residents aged 15 to 29 annually, so they can have the in-demand skills. The first national conference was held today. U.S. Embassy official. We will support the government with the National Employment Strategy. Human capital is one of the most important assets. A developed workforce and competitive people will allow Armenia to fully use its economic potential. UN Development Program. We are here to support the promotion of employment in Armenia. We know that this problem has existed here for years. We see much higher unemployment among the youth and women. Labor Ministry. We have adopted a policy of continuous development of human capital. Our new draft strategy introduces career development and training systems and promotes employment. The strategy will be adopted this November to December and will consist of several components. Education Ministry. Last year we approved the new state criteria for general education. It offers new content and a new professional orientation institute in all schools to provide students with an opportunity to choose their future profession. Education reforms. There are thousands of vacant job positions in Yerevan and provinces. Labor Ministry. EU launched a gender equality action plan in Armenia. EU and UN want to form an environment that will allow women to have a career and a family at the same time. EU Ambassador Victorin. When I was making the first career steps, they would constantly ask if I was married and whether I would be able to work. Today such questions are illegal. But many problems remain. French Ambassador Anne. This program is important not only for Armenia but also for the EU. The Armenian government is also taking steps. You could say the situation is better these days. During the first meeting, the participants shared their inspirational stories and discussed ways to overcome stereotypes and make an inclusive work environment. Hot pepper fugitive, mafia boss, escapes Armenia. Uploads a video reportedly from Moscow to announce the foundation of what appears to be a traditionalist movement. Popcorn. Get the batshit context about Don Pippo. Arthur Asatrian. In Armenian authorities are looking for him and his family member for alleged plot to assassinate business opponents. In a new video message, Pippo the formation of a new movement called Hey Zachakarnaria Zetagrakan Sarzum, Liberation Movement of Armenian Crusaders. Pippo. I promise to uphold the dignity of the Armenian man, to act according to the rules of our church, to be guided by the interests of Armenian families, to be useful to my nation, to my homeland. I'm convinced that millions of Armenians have been and will become part of it. Together we will build our bright homeland. I congratulate the true crusaders. He didn't specify what he wants to liberate. The video was recorded with Armenian and Russian flags in the background. In GT. Venetsian for deputy? And LT. What does Nicole Pashinyan have in common with Bill Gates and George Soros? In GT. All three have been vaccinated. In LT. Pro-Russian groups staged a protest against biolabs in front of the CDC building. They believe the medical labs are a danger to the public. It's likely an effort to appease their counterparts in Russia by mimicking Russia's dangerous American biolabs claims. The organizers were the Zartank National Christian Party, Era Zorabian, and Anti-Soros Kamku organization that claims to protect traditional values. The protesters staged a small performance during which they wore masks with images of Pashinyan, Bill Gates, and George Soros. The concerned activists' unfounded claims about Ukraine's alleged plans to use Bayraktar drones to shoot insects into Russian territory as part of biological warfare. Famous black Russian singer dies from cardiac arrest at the age of 45. The Cameroonian singer became famous in the early 2000s, an era when non-Slavic people were often looked down upon. After starring in the famous TV show, Fabrika Zvyazd, Star Factory, the media reports that he underwent kidney surgery before the death. Russia repeats that US and France have suspended contacts with Russia's OSCE co-chair after the invasion of Ukraine. Russian MFA. We doubt their sincerity. If they really thought the OSCE format was important, they would not have demonstratively stopped the contact with our co-chair on February 24. This caused irreversible damage to the work of the co-chairs. Their goal was to isolate Russia. But they miscalculated. Russia is interested in the normalization of relations between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and will not allow external forces to hinder the difficult efforts to restore peace and stability in the region. Russia hopes Azeri authorities will stop banning Russian media outlets in Azerbaijan. Russian MFA. We hope the number of blocking cases will be as low as possible. The issue of media should be resolved on the basis of two basic principles: respect for the rule of law, and freedom of speech, which are enshrined in both national and international law. The wars that you saw on TV but switched the channel to ignore are at your doorstep now, because you chose to be blind and deaf. Armenian diplomat to PACE. QP Vladimir Vardanyan during PACE. For many years we thought we could finally enjoy peaceful times in Europe. We believed that after the tragic experience of WW2 our generation would not see an armed conflict. Today the war has returned to Europe. But peace was just an illusion. Even during the times which seemed peaceful, war was always in and around Europe. But we kept a blind eye to it. Why were we indifferent and deaf? Watching the armed conflicts in Cyprus, Balkans, Moldova, Georgia, Kosovo, Nagorno-Karabakh, and elsewhere. The question is complicated but the answer is clear. They appeared far away from us. We wanted to believe that wars were wedged only on TV, and that just by switching the channel people could ignore the reality on the ground. No state is immune from war, even the wealthiest and most protected ones. This is why we should be sensitive to any deviation from democracy and human rights. Quite often when I refer to issues relating to Nagorno-Karabakh, I witness the silent and indifferent faces of my colleagues, confessing that they are tired of these discussions. But this isn't about one single conflict. We're talking about the core values of PACE. Dear colleagues, don't worry. I'm not going to address the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict in this speech. Just be aware that blindness towards even small violations of our core values leads to global catastrophes. Don't be blind. Don't be silent. And don't be deaf when we're speaking about our core values. Inflation in UK reached 9.1% in May. Highest since 1982. The biggest increase came from food, especially bread, cereals, and meat. The Bank of England expects the inflation rate to exceed 11% in October. In Turkey, 70% of residents said they won't be able to afford a vacation amid financial hardship and 73% inflation. Those who said they will travel for vacation are willing to spend $460 on average. Central bank to exporters. Be better. Martin Galstian. Armenia has seen an influx of foreign visitors. And dollar? Lately. Many of you visit a cafe in the evening, so you may have noticed how many foreigners there are. According to statistical rules, it's an export. This year we could see an incredible increase in exports and the strengthening of dram. Some exporters have been urging us to artificially devaluate the dram to help them become more competitive. That's not a good solution. Does the effectiveness of the exporters truly depend on that 5 to 10% devaluation? Lukam Ezeki. Unikal Linaln Eat Menk Uzum Enk Linal Ezeki. Khan Basmativ Banner. Orank Menk Karag Enk Myasin Anel. $1 is 417. Around 2014 levels. Close call. Charles Aznavour was a big fan of this famous musician's cover version of his song. Many world-famous singers have performed Aznavour's songs. He was once asked to name the best. He chose here as perform La Mama. Jaznavour concert was held on Tuesday dedicated to the 98th anniversary of Charles. Singer Haik Petrosian and pianist Vahan Hirapetian performed Aznavour's songs during the June 21st concert held in front of Moskva Cinema. The square in front of the cinema is named after Aznavour. Aznavour was born on May 22, but for some reason, the anniversary concert is organized a month later. Is this a tradition? Villages are being liberated from small landfills scattered everywhere. In favor of a centralized approach, Gavar is shutting down several landfills in villages that are part of the same enlarged municipality. Play button. A 2-hectare area near the Shoroyali Monastery in Noratis village. They will also clear the village's territory known as Banjaranatsayan, which has accumulated trash for many years. Play button. The illegal pile of construction and household waste near Sakashan village will be removed. Play button. Another one is located at the Karmerjiug Sarakan junction. The goal is to have one centralized landfill managed by the headquarters of the enlarged municipality. Gavari Hamenkapetaran Koch e Anam Binakiknaran Sinaksitsvak Vararam Kenkagayan Kam Sanararakan. Agbi Sediapan. Geeks gathered at Orion Summit 2022 to catch unicorns. Orion Worldwide Innovations. Organizer. The goal of this tech and business conference is to discuss the progress in the past 2 years in help Armenian startups. We aim to present Armenia as a country with a tech orientation. Play button. We will discuss Armenian unicorns, mergers, and acquisitions. The 5 fastest growing companies, with the potential to become unicorns, will be featured. Our goal is to have at least 10 unicorns. Play button. The digital network will be officially presented by a veteran of investment banking, Mark Chinian. It's an initiative to bring together the pan-Armenian intellectual, technological, commercial, and cultural potential. High-tech minister. Today well-known tech and AMP business representatives will join this stage to discuss modern issues and share their experiences. It's a great opportunity to see the industry progress and avoid repeating the mistakes. US healthcare firm Boston Gene explores the possibility of opening a research center in Armenia. Boston Gene opened an office in Yerevan this year. Their main activity is to develop a system that provides oncologists with data for diagnosis in personalized treatment of cancer patients. It performs comprehensive integrated genomic and transcriptomic testing of tumors. The government hosted Andrew Feinberg, the CEO of Boston Gene and Netcracker. The company is considering the possibility of creating a research center of Netcracker technology in Armenia. European IT giant will open an office in Armenia. Asseco Group, one of the largest IT companies in Europe, is opening an office in Armenia. Asseco has plans to make significant changes in the financial sphere and invest large in Armenia. They will carry out modernization and digitization of banks and other financial institutions, as well as production of industrial robots to be sold in the Eurasian market. Armenian athlete wins silver during 2022 European Karate Junior Championships. Yegish Alexanyan returned from Prague with a silver medal. The coach called it a significant achievement because of fierce competition. Reddit's mom Serena Williams returns to tennis court. It felt good to be back on the court, said the number one after scoring a doubles victory. 2 versus 2. During the Eastbourne 2022 tournament, the 23-time Grand Slam singles champion had not played since she sustained an injury to her right leg at Wimbledon last summer. Henrik Mkhitaryan has moved from Roma to Inter. The soccer star will undergo a medical examination ahead of the transfer. He will earn €4.2 million, including the add-on bonuses. The contract is good until 2024. Mkhitaryan formerly played for Shakhtar Donetsk, Borussia Dortmund, Manchester United, and Arsenal. Norwegian Skiing Federation is training Armenia's top skier. Michael Michaelian is being trained with the rest of the Norwegian team by world-class experts, announced the Armenian Skiing Federation today. There was also a week-long training course in Armenia, assisted by Norwegian experts. The Education, Sports Ministry invited Norwegian skiing officials to discuss the cooperation. Michaelian will represent Armenia during the World Cup and other international tournaments in October. In case you missed yesterday's news by Impossible Ad. Archive by. Donate to Armenia and AMP. Artsakh. The accused are innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. Even if they appear guilty,